Given declining check volumes, why focus on check fraud now?
So what's happening in the fraud space right now is when the financial system came out with EMV chips in your card, a type of fraud around card present fraud, meaning that when you're present, handing your card over to a retailer, that type of fraud has really taken a big dive down because it's a challenge now for the fraudsters. So the fraudsters, in that squeezing the balloon, they've moved over to the good tried and true check space. And so there's that happening. And then there's a second thing happening, which is the fraudsters are aided by a lot of digital scams that wouldn't have been possible back in the 10 or 20 years ago. So they can be romance scams, work from home scams, where you entice people to do things and then take a check and deposit it. And so that's how fraudulent checks are coming into the system. The best way to describe what's happening though right now with check fraud is summed up by a banker that I was talking to once. And he said, checks are going down, but check fraud is going up. The American Bankers Association did a survey in 2019 looking at the 2018 data and saw that check fraud was a huge problem. It's across all financial institutions, but if you look at just the large financial institutions, they average about $27 million in fraud losses in 2018. And you're looking at over $3 a check per deposit account in fraud losses. So it's a really, really big problem, and it's a difficult problem. And it was temporarily even aggravated by all the stimulus checks that came out. But it continues to be on the rise, continues to be a problem. And when you look at the survey data from the bankers, you can see that it's always at their top of their fraud problems right now. So it's a big problem out in the market.